Hey, 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 hey. What's up, everybody? I hope you are doing well. Give me just one moment to make sure that the audio is coming through. Make sure you can hear me. Where you at? Am I live? I'm live. There I am. There it is. And the audio is working as well. So we can now move into Freedom Friday. So what's up, everybody? My name is Justin Glover, and welcome to Freedom Friday. This is Friday, December 7th, 2018, the only one of those that you're ever going to get. So why not? Let's make the most of it. All right, so I got 6 perks of having a home-based business that I'm going to give you today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Justin Glover. This live is going to benefit you if you'd like more freedom in your life. If you'd like to maybe be able to spend more time with your kids, if you got grandkids, maybe spend more time with them. Or maybe if you're on the fence about starting or even focusing on like really dedicating some time to build a home business for yourself. So if that sounds like you, hopefully this will inspire you to go ahead and make that move. I don't care if you do the home-based business with me or with somebody else or do your own thing. It does not matter. That's not what this is about. This is just some extra perks that the home business will bring you. So this will be pretty short, and I'm going to share 6 of my favorite perks that are only possible because of the home business that I actually have. And so before we get into that, I want to give some shout outs. I want to give some good news as well. So I'm going to start by sharing my good news, but as you come on, if you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay so I can know that you're here. But those of you live, drop some good news in the comments. Let me know. What's something that's going well in your world over the last 24 hours? I'll go ahead and start. My good news is I went to the Polar Express last night with my daughter. She loved it. We had a great time. Had some good pictures, and we made cookies and ornaments and pictures of Santa Claus, all kinds of stuff. Rode a train. It was fun. So that's my good news. Let's see who we got here. Detta is here. Jimmy is here. What's up, guys? Glad to have you here. I appreciate you. So the content, and I do have to kind of move through this. Oh, by the way, before I get into that, one quick little update. I found, you might be able to see it in the background, I found a big box. And inside the box has a whole bunch of shirts. And I got a bunch of shirts that look like this. They say, "The dream is free, the results are sold separately." And I think I'm going to give some of those away. So if you'd like a t-shirt, maybe drop a comment in the t-shirt. Maybe say t-shirt in the comments, and if you guys like this t-shirt, maybe I'll give some away either later today or tomorrow or something. So just let me know if you'd like that. But let's move on to the content. It is Freedom Friday, so that means I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to chat about and highlight just some of the ways that having a side gig income could actually provide you some more freedom. And so lots of reasons that side gigs are kind of on the up. All right, corporate downsizing is continuing. Automation, artificial intelligence, lots of stuff going on that is lessening the actual need for workers traditionally. And so as that continues to happen, and internet is making telecommuting even more productive. So because of those two things, more and more entrepreneurs, they're discovering the benefits of actually running businesses from home, from mobile, where you don't have the requirements of a traditional business. And so if you're looking to get out of the rat race, or maybe spend some more time with your family or your friends, to live a more balanced life, if you're looking for those things, then a home-based business might be the right option for you. And so I'm going to share with you 6 perks that I enjoy, and maybe you'll enjoy them too. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Welcome, Kathy. I see that you're here. Glad to see you. The first perk is personal freedom. Now, this is probably one of the biggest ones, at least for me. If you're used to spending hours in traffic to and from work every day, some of the most exciting advantages to actually starting a business from home are the freedom that comes with not having to travel, not having to drive. I do not miss commuting. Did you know that the average American spends like 350 hours each year driving to and from work? 350 hours, that's a lot. approximately an hour a day is what that basically breaks down to. And so, and that's a study from the U.S. Federal Highway Administration or something like that. And so, with a home-based business, you've got extra time, you have extra hours to regain control of your personal life, to do other stuff that gives you that added sense of freedom. All right. Plus, there's no bosses. There's freedom from bosses. There's no dress code. There's freedom from that. There's no work schedule. You have the freedom to work when and how you want. There's no set working location. I can make this my office. I can make a park my office, the lake, a car, a parking lot. I can make anywhere I want be my office, hotel rooms. And so there is no defined workspace. There's no office politics to maneuver, anything like that. All right. All you need in a home business is a few things: personal drive, you need discipline, and you need some time management skills. If you got that, then it might be in your best interest to have or possibly even start a home business. And so that's perk number one, just the added freedom that you get. And that's a lot. If there were nothing else, if this was a one perk list, that would be enough. That would be enough. I talked last Friday about reasons why you must have a side gig in 2018 and beyond. And so if you missed that, maybe you can check back for last week, because I actually talked about that. So that's just perk number one. Perk number two is you get to keep all of the money that you make, and there's no ceiling on how much you can actually make. That's a big one. All right. I remember when I started my first online business, I was working 100 hours a week, and I had 3 jobs, total of about 100 hours a week. And I didn't start working 100 hours a week. I started working closer to like 60, but then I wanted more money because I wanted to buy more stuff that required more money. And so to get that more money, the only option was work more hours. And so I added some hours here, added some hours there, picked up some hours over here, added responsibility over here. And in doing so, I maxed myself out. I got to the point where I couldn't invest another moment of my time. There was no more moments of time. I was maxed out in terms of what I could put out, what I could actually do in terms of showing up and investing hours into this work. And that was the only way that they were going to give me more money. They wouldn't give me more money unless I was working more hours. And so that caused me to just rethink it and say, you know what? I think there might be a better way. And so there's no ceiling on how much you can actually make. That was what I was looking for, because my desires, the things that I still had things that I wanted to buy. I was maxed out. I was making the top of the pay, and it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much, just a few bucks an hour, you know. And comparatively, now I look back, I'm like, that was a lot of hours in exchange for a little bit of time. It just wasn't working for me. And so with a home-based business, you actually get to keep the money that you make, and there's no ceiling on how much you can make. If you learn to work more effectively, more smart, then you can make more and more money without actually putting in more and more hours. All right. There's a lot of opportunity to leverage on the internet. All right. You can leverage people, you can leverage technology. Lots of leverage is available on the internet and with technology to actually grow your income without growing the hours that you're investing in order to do so. All right. So your earning potential is directly proportional to your performance. So you don't have to wait for a raise. You don't have to wait till you get the promotion. If you work harder and smarter now, you produce more. You get paid more. All right. Additional benefits: you save money on things like gas. You save money on things like food, and so there will be more money added into your life if you've got a side gig or a home-based business as well. And so that's perk number 2. Perk number 3 is tax advantages. There are a number of tax advantages to actually having your home and your office under one roof. If you can make that happen, you can deduct part of your home's operating and depreciation expenses on your home as business expenses, and that can add up. It can be huge tax savings, which can be very important, especially if your business does well. It can be a percentage of your mortgage, your property taxes, your insurance, utilities, also the regular household maintenance expenses, all of that stuff that you would normally spend if you have a home-based business. The perk is you get to write a lot of that stuff off that you wouldn't otherwise, and you don't have to pay for it. You get a lot of that stuff for free. And so that's perk number 3. Perk number 4 is you get, this is a big one. This is a big perk. You get more time for friends and family. This is especially important for those of you that are parents, like myself, especially if you have like school age kids and you're taking them to school. You can actually see your kids off to school. You can be there when they get home from school most days, and that's just not something that a lot of people get to do without some sort of a home-based or home working environment. And so also along that same line, if a child gets sick, or maybe even if you're not a parent, but if circumstances change throughout the day, you get a surprise, then if you're working from home, you have that extra flexibility, which leads me to perk number 5, which is actually less stress. Because when you have these things like more freedom, more flexibility, naturally you're going to have less stress. All right, it's a little less stressful if you're juggling the demands of work and family as well, when you know you can stay home and care for a sick child if they get sick, or you know that you can stay home and tend to any other unsuspected or surprise situations that may come up. If you just have that peace of mind that, you know what, if something does happen, I got a little bit of flexibility. If something goes crazy right now, I don't have to worry, right? I've got that flexibility. And so it's easier to leave your home's desk than if you're working out of an office or working for somebody. It's not always easy to just to get off or to take off. So the ability to generally set your own schedule, that definitely reduces stress levels for almost anybody. And so that's perk number 5. Perk number 6, the last one I'll give you here, is gives you opportunities for personal growth. Having a home-based business, it actually gives you more opportunities to grow personally. So when you're your own boss, you have the chance to wear a lot of hats, especially in the beginning, right? You're the sales director, you're the marketing professional, you're the strategist, you're the business development manager, you're all kinds of stuff. That gives you insight into business experience with all of the aspects of running online businesses, which in turn, that experience makes you more marketable, thus creates even more success in your business in the future. And so the experience that you get just from running a business, just from the different hats that you have to wear, that can oftentimes be a big perk. That's one of the biggest perks for me, is just the learning that I've got out of it. I mean, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade now, and the learning that comes with it, like nobody can ever take that away from me. And so even if my current business crashed today and went to zero, I have the skills, I've got the experience, I've got the knowledge. I can just start another one, and I can just go to the next thing and likely have success right out of the gate because of the experience that I've gotten in those early years of actually just running and learning all of this stuff. I've already got the basics. I don't have to relearn it. All right. And so the bottom line is simply this: starting a home business, or starting a business that actually allows you to work from home, it allows you many, many freedoms and many flexibilities to grow your business at your own pace, kind of manage that within your life. It also saves you money in a lot of different fronts, all right, which actually can help in those startup years, which are often not tremendously profitable. So in the beginning, when you start a business, you're not out of the gate with massive profit margins and making a ton of profit in the very beginning. And so when things are tight and when you're building and when you're growing in those early stages, these additional perks of saving money and freeing up some stress and these other things that come along with it kind of make it worth it. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you is because a lot of people, they get in their head and they find themselves in a situation where they're not happy. They realize, hey, this job that I'm working, it's not going to cut it. This job will never get me the things that I want. But they don't go after something else because just different beliefs. Maybe some of the stuff that I've said, they didn't realize that these things, these different perks exist. And so hopefully this inspires you a little bit. Ryan, what's up, man? I see you here. And so hopefully you get a little bit of value from this. More importantly, maybe it'll inspire you to be a little bit better version of yourself tomorrow or today than you were yesterday. And so if you did get value, let me know. Leave me a comment. If you want somebody else to hear this message, feel free to share it with them. I would definitely appreciate it. And speaking of home-based business, I have several perks that I really enjoy in my business. All right, my all-time favorite business perk that my business provides is the ability to travel to new places all over the world, experience new adventures that the world has to offer. I'm an adventurer at heart. I love exploring, something that I'm always going to love doing. And so me finding, reading about a place in a magazine and actually going there and experiencing the culture and going, that's something that, or seeing something on a movie that's just fascinating and like, I want to go there, right? I love being able to do that. And that's one of the big perks that my business personally provides. Very often I get people reaching out because they see me traveling to places like Italy and all over different countries. And I just got back from Iceland. I just booked a trip to Machu Picchu. I travel often, usually once or twice a month I'm going somewhere. And very often because of that, and I get asked, how are you able to travel so much? How do you do this? All right. Number one, that's got to cost a ton of money. Number two, how do you even have time to like plan that stuff? And so it boils down to this. I've discovered a hidden secret that allows me to take these types of trips, to go and experience these types of things all over the world that I don't think would otherwise be possible for me without actually having to deal with the hassle of planning and the logistics of it all. I do not like logistics. I'm not your planner. I don't plan stuff. And so even though I'm taking a lot of these trips, I'm not actually the one planning them. They kind of concierge service get done for me. And so they're also not that expensive. A lot of the trips that I get to go on are very drastically reduced, many of them even free. And so a few nights ago, I actually did a webinar presentation for a small group of people. I talked through this little hidden secret that I found. So if you would like, maybe you're watching this and you'd like me to send you that replay of the webinar, I'm happy to do so. Just either reach out to me, send me a message, say, hey, can you send me your webinar, or just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment on this thread, type the word webinar in all caps. That'll let me know that you want me to send it over. I'll get that thing over to you free of charge, no strings attached. So if you want it, all you got to do is ask. So Kathy, I see you. Dean, I see you, my friend. Isidro, hi. Sherry, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you for watching. I will be back tomorrow. And like I said, if you guys like, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I've got these t-shirts. It says the dream is free, the results are sold separately. I got a whole big box of them that I just found in my garage. They were from a project that I did a little while ago, and we got some extras. And so if you like them, let me know in the comments. I will be giving some away probably very soon. And so if you guys would like one of these t-shirts, maybe type t-shirt in the comments. And if there's enough interest in them, I'll run a little contest or two and see if I can give a few of them away. So there you go. Hopefully you have an amazing day. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.